Today, I'm going to show you how I put this compost bin together. And I'm going to show you what these are all about. Stay tuned. First thing I want to talk about is location. I put it here in this spot because it's probably about 100 feet from the house, not too close, not too far away. And I'm able to get to it from the tractor. If I put it over this way, I wouldn't be able to get in there very easily. I want to just be able to dump whatever I need to dump in there or shovel whatever I need to shovel in there. Also, I wanted access around the whole thing. We don't necessarily have a garden just yet, but I felt like putting this here created the space maybe and kind of gave me a cornerstone for my garden. So that's location. I did build it on a hillside because we live on a hill, and so that was a little bit of work. A tip that I would give is when painting for your layout, overpaint your corners. That way you can kind of see what you're doing as you're digging out the paint in your box area. The overspray will show you where your line was. Next thing that I did was pallets. These pallets I found secondhand. They're really heavy duty. They are heat treated. If you check the label, look for the HT. This one on label was pretty hard to find. There was only one on 7 of them. These are HT or MB. MB is methyl bromide. You don't want to use that in a compost area because it's sprayed with chemicals for bugs and stuff if they come over borders and such. When it came to the attachment at these 2 pallets in the backside, I went with bolts. I had them laying around, so I've been looking for an excuse to use them. They are reused, just like most everything here. When it came to fasteners, I used screws going through the post here into the stickers or bats here, and it seemed to work out pretty well. I did go pretty heavy and put about 4 to 5 running down that thing. These things here come incredibly handy. We'll go with the screw through the main, I guess I'm calling it a post, I guess sticker. Go screw through there. This time though we'll have 2 pieces to attach to. So once I got the pallets up and screwed together, they had a little bit of movement at the ground. Plus, once I start putting compost in there, I was afraid of it blowing out, and movement. So I put in steel stakes. You could go with the different method, rebar cut down and pound it in, or even galvanized pipe of some sort with like a 2-hole clamp or a 2-hole strap that goes in there. Could go one in the front. I decided to just go one on each side, just to give this a little bit better look up front. The nice part about concrete stakes is they have these holes in them for attaching boards for forming up. So they'll come in pretty handy here. You don't necessarily have to do this because if there's 2 in between there, it's going to hold it pretty tight. But I'm just going to throw some screws in there. These braces here, also some lumber I had just sitting around left over. I felt that the stakes at the bottom did a good job doing what they were doing, but also at the top, I was afraid that once this thing gets filled up, there's just gonna be lots of movement. I guess it's just my background. It's just make it strong, make it don't move. That's just what I'm used to doing, so it seems pretty solid to me now. So in order to get this thing over-engineered, oh yeah, I did put in a 2x4 in between these two stickers to give me something to screw to in the center. It's not pretty, but it's already not extremely pretty. But it is functional and it does do what it was intended to do. Alrighty, now let's talk about these fronts here. It's called corral lumber, really just rough cut Doug fir. Looks pretty nice, 1 1/4 inch thick. Just kind of added to the rustic theme of the rough looking pallets. I put these in, but before I did that, I added a 3/4 inch piece of redwood in between. Screwed that onto the pallet, and then I screwed this onto the face of that, flushing that with the edges of the pallets as best I could.
No, hang on. I need you to look out because I'm going to make a cut and it's going to get...
So this over here is a rip guide that you can put on your skill saw. Comes in really handy because you're able to turn your table or your skill saw into a table saw. You need to stay back. It's going to be loud. So now that brings us to these boards. Like I said, when I put these on, I spaced it with a 3/4 inch piece of redwood. These are dog-eared fence boards that I had left over from a project. I only did one side of the fence instead of two. So I took these and cut them down to fit in between here with about a 1/2 inch gap. We are with dog and child, so hopefully this will keep the dog out. I don't know about the kid. She was climbing up over it the other day. And that's what went into building our compost bin out of pallets, plus a little extra. I think I might have went a little bit overboard, but I'll let you be the judge of that. Let me know down below in the comments what you think. Now that I got a compost bins, I should probably compost some. So I'm gonna try composting those wood chips with 3 different styles. I'm gonna try and do like a head-to-head challenge, so stay tuned for that. I'll see you on the next video. And that's what went into building this.
I need you to look out, okay?